Hi, I'm Landon Smith, owner and farmer of Farmer Design Products. Behind me again, you see the V3 seed treater, now set up for bulk mode. In this instance, I have 1,300 units of wheat on that semi, and we're setting it up to run through here in full automatic mode. This machine is set up to automatically keep the top container full. In the screen, you can set a low and high limit, and whenever the scales see that the top container is nearing empty, it will cycle the incoming conveyor, and as it approaches your top limit number, it'll shut the conveyor off. Just like in box-to-box mode, we still use a metering roll, and the way in which we establish a metering roll speed is your initial box runs through, and we take an average of that metering roll speed throughout the entire box. And then we lock in the rolls and let it run. The metering rolls you'll find on our V3 seed treater offer a truly accurate metering solution, much different than that of a slide gauge solution where flow is dependent upon head pressure. The machine behind me happens to be a 4-pump machine, meaning that automatic bulk mode is standard. 3 and 4 pump machines come standard with automatic bulk mode. 1 and 2 pump machines come with bulk mode, but you have to control the incoming and outgoing flow manually. We can add automatic flow to a 1 or 2 pump machine, just like we can add pumps 3 and 4. I send you a box of parts, and the screen will automatically acknowledge the hardware change and set itself up. Since it's starting to get a little windy out here, we'll go ahead and get bulk mode fired up and show you some of the ins and outs of it. If we press this, fill to 2,000 pound, you'll see that our incoming conveyor starts up. And we fill the container. Fall weights are not considered, so please plan accordingly. Now that we have our bulk container full, all of our seed tag data input, as well as all of our treatment rates input and pumps primed, we simply hit start. As you see, do not add seed to the box or touch scales during bulk calibration run. So you can see our roll speed, is about 45%. And we're sitting here about 13.3, 13.4 amps on 110 volt power. That was one of the things that, I was dead set we were designing this, that, so many times in the box-to-box instance, obviously here we're using, big 220 power, 7.5 horse motor on each one of these conveyors. So, that is a whole nother nutshell of things we're trying to do. But in the box-to-box setting, all we've got to have is a little 30-gallon single-stage air compressor and 115 volt power here. And the second cord is just to run the printer. It wouldn't have to be that heavy. But we're bringing shop air out under that door, and we're providing that shop air into here. When we're treating wheat, we run a little higher pressure. Wheat just has so much more surface area to it, we got to get a little bit more pressure and get it atomized just a little bit finer to make sure we get that even coverage. As you can see, our roll speeds 43 to 45, 46. And that average is taken over the entire box. So once it has taken the average over the entire box, that's what we lock in for a roll speed. So right here is where we make the change to put it in bulk mode. Standard box to box or bulk. Once in bulk mode, we can adjust our high level stop and our low level restart based on the bulk densities of the products we're treating. Right here is our options to jog the conveyors, as well as our bulk conveyor run out for our outgoing conveyor. Keep in mind, as I stated earlier, you do not have to automate the incoming and outgoing conveyors, but it is very low cost and makes this a full hands-off operation. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but we've got a really nice, simple, easy to use screen here. I paused that and it gives you some simple things here. Do we want to abort, complete the batch here, or do we want to resume? When we hit batch complete, what it'll do is go ahead and print a ticket for what we just did. And you can see the accuracy on this. This is what I like to call the fuel ticket of seed treatment, you know, we see it logs exactly how many ounces were applied, divides it by how many pounds were ran. So, you know, in this 590 pound run, since I hit start there, it was in the middle of its calibration run, but it ran 5 ounces with a target of 5 ounces per hundredweight, 29.5 ounces applied. Same here, we had 4.1 of water with a target of 4, 5.0 with a target of 5 for Awaken. So, I mean, this right here is the proof. The proof is in the pudding, you know, that we are hitting our accuracy dead on with what we want to be, and it's not just a point and shoot. While there seems to be a lot going on this setup screen, you're really only going to use this to prime your pumps and maybe clean out some stuff between varieties. Your recipe, if you're like me, you're going to use one recipe for the spring or whatever, but we have the ability to change that really easily. We've got a report tab here, you know, so this is that one that I was just showing you the ticket on that we printed out. So we keep a copy of that ticket here in the screen, and we can scroll through and see all the different tickets that we've ran through. Probably one of the coolest things we changed this year is this prime function. Whatever pump we need to do, we just hit prime, and it goes through a cycle. So right now, pump 3, as you see, is spinning backwards. And we want to get the air bubbles all out of the line before we try to prime the pump. And so we run backwards for a set amount of time, then we switch directions. Once it sees flow, then it starts counting down. It takes about 3.5 ounces of product to get from the pump to the nozzle. So we have a set that once it sees flow, it pumps 4 ounces of product and shuts off. That was straight off customer feedback. So we'll be glad to hear from you, and look forward to working with you here on fall 24 wheat. Thanks.